So now that we've got WordPress up and running, when we go to Dashboard Home, we see that we've got our Welcome Dashboard. So over here is where you can start. So this is just another way to get started quickly. It allows you to customize your site here. So if you click this, this opens up the WordPress Customized PHP, and this gives you the ability to actually update colors. You also have some options as well within your to access this as well within the side menu, but this is just another easy way to really quickly get going with WordPress. So here, if I want to customize the way I want it to look, it gives me some default colors there. I've got my default color scheme, so if I like one of these better than what I had originally, I can really easily flip through them. So this is one of the really amazing things about WordPress, is it's just so easy. You can also change your themes from here, header, image, and so on. We're going to get more into this in the upcoming lesson, so I'm just going to simply get out of that. But this is just the same thing as going over to Appearance here and Customize, but it's just a quick link. And you actually have the option within this dashboard to update them, to move things around, and to dismiss items. So if you don't want a particular item showing up, or if you want to, if you do want this quick glance thing showing up, you can do this. You can leave it here, or you can just simply dismiss it. So here you've got your option to write your first post. Same thing that you're doing over here, add new post, add about page. So pages here, add new page. And these are some really good first steps. So I would advise, if it's your first time setting up WordPress, you're kind of set up, you're not really sure where to go, this is probably a really good guide up here. And then down here we've got at a glance, so it gives us some information about WordPress. We can move these around, we can minimize them, maximize them. This gives us some activity that's been happening, quick draft. So if I want to create, I can save this as a draft, and then I can get access to this. I can see that it shows up there, and I get access to it later on. There's also this WordPress news, so you may or may not want to have this WordPress news. So you do have some options here to customize that. You also have a help option here, so documentation on dashboard, so you can open that up, and that you see that it opens up here on a help screen. And again, WordPress is super helpful. So if you're ever stuck with WordPress, it's got all of that information here that you can really easily just jump over and access. So if you're ever stuck, and as well, the other good thing about WordPress is there's tons and tons of documentation. So if you go to their website, they do have a page here, Learn How to Use WordPress. So here it's got some information. We're going to be covering some of this as well within this course, creating, using posts, pages, because these are the basic things that you're going to be doing in WordPress on a regular basis. So it's really good to be familiar with them. There's also working with themes, plugins that we're going to be going over, and there's also some information here on the site. There's also WordPress TV, and there's just literally a ton of different options here. In the next lesson, we did mention we were going to talk about plugins. So in the next lesson, we're actually going to talk about how to add a plugin, and we're going to be adding this backup plugin, because having a backup is going to be really important to WordPress, because you always want to be able to download, keep a version of your database, and then as well as your file updates. So this is going to be really important with WordPress. In case you ever have to restore. Sometimes within the server, depending on your host configuration, they have backups for you. And of course, you can always go to the phpMyAdmin in order to do the backup. So we're going to be getting into this in the upcoming lesson, and how to install plugins and how to set up your backup.